First lockdown. And a year on, the problems persist, with specialists seeing an increase of people facing insomnia. So why is it happening, and what can we do about it? Well, I'm joined now by psychologist and sleep therapist Dr. Nerina Ram-Lakant. First of all, I mean, why are so many of us struggling to sleep, do you think?
Well, Julian, the way we sleep is a reflection of how we live, what's happening in our waking hours. And, you know, there's no doubt that this last year has been filled with anxiety and uncertainty. For many people, there's been grief, there have been losses, there's been loneliness. So, you know, life impacts on the way we sleep. And at Silent Night, I'm the Silent Night bed sleep expert. We did a survey which similarly showed that people were really struggling with their sleep. There was a 50% increase in reports of insomnia. So life impacts the way we sleep. It's as simple as that.
So people are mulling over these big existential issues, aren't they? And, you know, and obviously stuff going on with their families. I mean, it stands to reason that sleep has been disrupted.
Absolutely. And, you know, our habits have changed, we're all working from home, and the boundaries have become very blurred. There's been homeschooling. Our habits have changed, and, you know, we sleep well when we have good routines and rituals and habits. You know, human beings, like all animals, we're very routine driven, very ritualistic. So life has changed, and it certainly has impacted on our sleep at a time when perhaps more than ever we need to be getting good sleep, because there's an amazing healing power, if I can put it that way. You know, when we sleep well, it gives us the resilience to cope with stress and to cope with life.
Caffeine, I'm sure, is a big issue, isn't it? But what can we do to improve our sleep patterns, you know, as we come out of lockdown, hopefully, in the next few weeks?
Yeah. That's a good question, Julian. Well, it goes back to what I said. You know, the way we sleep is a reflection of how we live. So from the minute you wake up in the morning, all of the choices that you're making are preparing you for how you're going to sleep. So if you wake up in the morning with anxiety and worry, eat breakfast. There's a complex physiology behind it, but eat, stabilize your blood sugar levels. Make sure that you're not using caffeine as a substitute for food. Ideally, cut back on caffeine after 2 or 3 in the afternoon. If you're having problems getting to sleep or staying asleep, don't have more than 2 or 3 cups of tea or coffee a day. Drink more water. Make sure you're well hydrated. Get to bed earlier, because this is another bad habit that a lot of people have got into. They're going to bed too late and they're waking up too late. So they're shifting the whole sleep cycle forward. So, you know, again, there's an intelligence in the physiological design of our sleep cycle. Get to bed earlier, wake up earlier, particularly as we're going into spring, and get the technology out of the bedroom. Get your phones out of the bedroom. You know, it's normal to wake up during the night. Stop checking the time. Stop looking at your devices. Ideally, don't let your phone be the last thing you touch and the first thing you touch when you wake up first thing in the morning. You know, I think if we all emerge from this pandemic with a healthy relationship with our devices, we stand a better chance of thriving and sleeping better.
Let's use our phones less. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Nerina. Thank you so much. We'll all sleep better, hopefully. Well, here is something that might